Okay, let's continue with the segmentation. Okay, so what is a market segmentation? Okay, market segmentation is the division of consumer markets into meaningful and distinct groups. Okay, dividing a market into smaller segments with distinct needs, characteristic, or behavior that might require separate marketing strategy or mixes. Okay, so that means you segmentize the market into different groups and by their characteristic or by the behavior of the customer. Okay, so here why we need to do the segmentation. Okay, so the market segmentation, the main purpose is to create the value for targeted customer. Okay, just like the uh, diagram you watch here. Okay, so there is two category. Okay, so market segmentation firstly is to select customer to serve. Okay, so first category is select customers to serve. Another category is decide on a value proposition. Okay, so what's the difference about them? Okay, so firstly we discuss about the select customers to serve. Okay, so segmentation is to divide the total market into a smaller segments. Okay, so you divide the market into the segments. Okay, into a groups, something like that. Okay, so it's also targeting select the segments or segments to enter. Okay, so you separate the groups into segments and then you target the groups. Okay, target the segments. Okay, so to create the value for the targeted customer. So another category is decide on a value proposition. Okay, so it's help to differentiation. Okay, so differentiate the market offering to create a superior customer value. Okay, so you differentiate the market offering. Okay, maybe you can differentiate the markets into a high income group or middle income group or low income group, something like that. Okay, or maybe differentiate them by the age. Okay, or something like 30 years old and above, or the group of 20 to 30 years old and the group of 20 years old and below, something like that. So come to the positioning. Positioning is a position the market offering in the mind of a target customer. Okay, so you positioning the market. Okay, so later we will discuss further lah. Okay, later on we will still discuss further about the segmentation. So segmentation base is a group of characteristic that is used to assign segment members. Okay, so market segmentation can separate it into a by the different type of a segment like geographic. Okay, or demographic or psychographic. Okay, or behavioral, right? So geographic could be a country, city. Okay, or density, language, climate, area, population. Okay, demographic could be a age, gender, income, education background, social status, family background, life stage. Okay, occupation. Psychographic could be their lifestyle, okay, the activity of interest, okay, interest group, opinions, concerns, okay, personality, values, and attitudes. So by behavior, there could be benefit of for sort, okay, purchase, usage, intent, occasion, buyer stage, user status, lifestyle stage, okay, and engagement. So different behavior lah, right? So let us go into the further about the market segmentation. So segmenting the consumers markets. So geography, okay, segmentation divide the market into different geographical units as nation, region, states, country, or cities. Okay, like just now we mentioned. So another one is demographic segmentation, divide the market into a groups based on variables such as age, gender, family size, family life cycle, income, occupation, education, religion, race, generation, and nationality. Okay, so demographic. Okay, so if by religion, like some of the food is a halal food and non-halal food. Okay, so it's different segment. So some are race group, for example, some property they only can sell to Malay only. Okay, like MCL property. Okay, so some property they can open for the every race to buy. Okay, so it could be segmentized by the race. Okay, and further, so market segmentation, age and life cycle stage segmentation is a process of offering different products or using different marketing approaches for different age and life cycle groups. Okay, so different age group. Gender segmentation, divide the market based on the sex. Okay, so the product you produce is for the female or maybe for male only or for female only. Correct. So market segmentation, segmenting the consumer markets. Income segmentation, divide the market into the affluent, medium income or low income consumer. So just now I mentioned high income group, middle income group, or low income group. Okay, psychographic segmentation, divide buyer into different groups based on social class, lifestyle, or personality traits. Okay, so it's more on the psychology side lah for the person. Okay, so some of the lifestyle, okay, they could be divided into the lifestyle groups like some, for example, they are businessmen. Okay, so they might segmentize into the businessmen to join certain clubs or groups they prefer. Okay, so this is one of the segmentation way lah. Okay, so some of the um, groups they may prefer to do charity. Okay, so they might join some club or society that involve more activities on the charity works. Okay, let us see the market segmentation, segmenting consumer markets. Behavioral segmentation, divide buyers into groups based on their knowledge, attitudes, uses, or responses to a product. Okay, so segmenting the consumer market by behavior. Okay, so and some is the occasions, benefit sought. Okay, seek for the benefits when they buy the product, user status, usage rate. Okay, loyalty status. So some of the product they offer, or maybe some of the cafe or some of the restaurant they offer loyalty program. Okay, so if you shop for more, you get some certain loyalty benefits. Okay, so or some of the VIP benefits. Okay, so they offer to the customer. So some they might segmentize the customer using giving some loyalty programs. Okay, like some last time we joined the health club. Okay, health club for the those that's offered uh, by the what's that some of the health center health center they offer some membership. Okay, for customer, so they segmentize the customer and then they I don't know how they can get maybe they just bought the data from the some of the credit cards merchant. Okay, then they call up the credit cards customer to attend for a seminar. So from there they explain their program of giving the medical checkout. Okay, some medical checkout for the free medical checkout or maybe free hotel rooms for the credit card members. okay, some credit card members, and from there they will convince the the credit card members to join their membership program lah. So those medical center, medical checkout center, the health center, they were using this way to get the customer they want lah. Okay, so they segment the customer is those middle or high income group lah, who holding a who have a gold or platinum credit cards. Okay, this is their target segment lah. Okay, or then they strategize this way to get the members, okay, through the credit card merchants, okay, in cooperation with the credit card merchants. Right, so this one of the example lah. Okay, so the market segmentation requirement for the effective segmentation to be useful. Market segment must be measured, okay, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. Okay, so let's further discuss. Targeting is the process of evaluating and selecting the most viable market segment to enter. Target market consists of a set of buyers who share common needs of a characteristic that the company decide to serve. Okay, so you targeting certain group of people. Okay, just like you aiming something lah, aiming the target group. Okay, and then you tackle the target group, okay, to sell them something or to provide the service for this group of people, okay, certain group of the people. So target market strategies, undifferentiated marketing target the whole market with one offer. Mass marketing, okay, focus on common needs rather than what's different. So the undifferentiated marketing targets means like you just focus on everyone, okay, make it simple like that. So it's called undifferentiated marketing targets. That means you focus on everyone could be the young one, old one, or anybody can be your target group of customer lah. Okay, so it's different from the differentiated. So this one is undifferentiated. Okay, so here undifferentiated, so we target all the buyers in the market. So now we come to the contrary to the undifferentiated is differentiated. Okay, differentiated marketing targets several different market segments and design separate offer for each. So goal is to achieve a higher sales and stronger position, okay, more expensive than undifferentiated marketing. Okay, so this one is different from the undifferentiated. Okay, so we call it differentiated marketing targets. So that means the purpose is to target achieve a high sales on a certain groups. Okay, so it's more expensive than the undifferentiated marketing because it will only focus on certain group to do the promotion, to push the product to them. Okay, so for example, the differentiated strategy could be they have a marketing mix 1. Okay, marketing mix 1 for the segment 1. Okay, for the segment 1. Okay, so for the segment 1, okay, segment of 1, then for the segment 2 they have a marketing mix 2 strategy. Then marketing mix 3 strategy, there is segment 3. Marketing mix 4 strategy, have a segment 4. So maybe I use a simple example. Maybe a developer, they have a land bank, they have a mixed development. Okay, the mixed development, they consist of what? Low cost housing project. Okay, then the low cost housing project, okay, they are targeting what? They are targeting the segment of a low income group people, correct or not? Okay, then the land bank is quite big lah. So there's certain part of a land bank they decide to build the terrace house project. Okay, terrace housing project, maybe they target the segment 2. Okay, segment 2. So their marketing mix, they will target those their strategy will based on the middle or higher income group. Okay, higher income group. Then some part of the land bank, they build a bungalow, okay, with swimming pool. Okay, so it costs $1 million and above. So they target the group is segment 3. Okay, segment 3. Then their strategy will based on they will focus on promoting towards the what, the very high income group. Okay, the niche market. We call it a niche market or very high income group. Okay. Then the last one could be segment 4. Okay, segment 4 is maybe condominium. Okay, some land bank they build a condominium, high-rise building. Okay, most of the unit they could be a studio unit. Okay, studio unit. So the marketing mix, maybe their strategy will uh, push forwards towards those young people or young adults group. Okay, or young couple. Okay, so the studio unit may focus on okay the the young people or young adults group or young couples. Okay, so it could be the segment 4, and maybe the condominium is equipped with the smart smart home smart home concept. Okay, smart home concept. So the young people and the young couple, they prefer this kind of concept. Okay, okay, so small house, but is more practical for them. Okay, so this is so from this example you can understand the differentiated. Okay, the concept of differentiated. Okay, differentiated target market. All right, the target market strategies. Okay, concentrated marketing targets a small share of a large market. Limited company resources, knowledge of the market, so more effective and efficient. So this is the benefit lah. Okay, the benefits for the target market strategy. When you target a small group, then of course you because of you have a limited resources, and then you just focus on the knowledge for the market, and then it could be a more efficient and effective. Okay, concentrated and micro marketing. So marketing mix segment 1. Okay, so just one of a way of using the micro marketing and target group concentrated only one segment. Okay. Okay, let's come to the positioning. Okay, positioning, I'll continue, right? So positioning is a placement of a product or service offer in the mind of a selected target market. Okay, positioning. So you, as a layman term, you imagine the position. Okay, you put the things for certain status. Okay, in the layman term lah, you just imagine you put certain things at a certain position, certain level. Okay, so this is you putting the product for certain level or certain position. Right. So position. Okay, unique selling proposition. Okay, what does the brand stand for? Okay, so what should they buy from me? So for whom am I trying to serve? So you ask these 3 questions. Okay, so you have give you a better understanding what is position mean. Okay, you ask what is the brand stand for. Okay, so why should you buy this brand? Okay, so this brand is served for what kind of customer? Okay, next. Product position is the way the product is defined by consumers on important attributes that place product occupied consumer minds relative to competing products. Okay, so perception, impression, feelings. Okay, so what? So for example, you somebody give you see a brand. Okay, it's called Coca-Cola. So what is the first thing in your mind? The Coca-Cola, first thing in your mind is what? Drinks, right? So this is how successful they can create this brand and make you to remember. So how about McDonald's? Okay, the brand of McDonald's. So McDonald's, the first thing in your mind maybe is a burger. Okay. So how about KFC? KFC maybe first thing in your mind is fried chicken. Okay. So this is how they create the brand, and then they are positioned in your mind. Okay, whether consciously or unconsciously is in your mind. Okay, so when this brand come out, then something come out in your mind. Okay, so impression and feeling, differentiation and positioning. Okay, positioning maps show customer perception of their brands versus competing products on important buying dimension. Okay, so for example, for developer, some of the housing development, when you heard about eco world, oh, then you think like, oh, this brand is middle and high class. Okay, for the middle income people or higher income people, their products. So maybe this is the first impression. Okay, so this is how they positioning their product to that status and to that level. Okay, to give you that impression. So for example, here just a diagram that to show you, okay, how they positioning the product from different brand and different pricing. Okay, so for example, from the ultra low status or low ultra low kind of status or level of phone, and then basic phone, and then mid-range phone, and then you go further up, it's a price premium phone and super premium phone or ultra premium phone, like for example iPhone. So that's why iPhone, they every, people are, he build a brand that is a higher status for iPhone. Then people, a lot of consumer, they want to own the iPhone. Okay, so he positioned the iPhone as a higher status. Okay, so the expected price line. Okay, so the horizontal is their benefit, the functionality of the phone. And the next one, so differentiation and positioning. Okay, choosing a differentiation and positioning strategy can identify a set of possible competitive advantages to build a position. Okay, competitive advantages. So what is competitive advantages? Competitive advantages, making a layman term for your understanding, is what are you better, what's the things that better than your competitors. Okay, what is the things that you have for your product or your service could be better than your competitors. Okay, second, choosing the right competitive advantages, selecting an overall positioning strategy. Okay, last one, communicating and delivering a chosen position to the market. Okay, differentiation and positioning further. Okay, identify possible value differences and competitive advantages. So definition for competitive advantages is an advantage edge over competitors gained by offering consumer greater value, either through lower prices by providing more benefits than that justify the higher price. So either you put out a very lower price than your competitors, or you put a higher price than your competitor, but you offer better uh, features or better benefits than your competitors. Okay, so choosing a differentiation and position strategy. Further on, identify a set of possible, okay, competitive advantages to build a position by providing superior value for product differentiation. So what's the difference from your product to your competitor's product? Okay, service differentiation, I think, is more practical to the real estate agent. So what your service is better than the other service provider of other agency. Okay, so what is the difference of your service provided compared to your competitors? Channel differentiation, so what channel you use to promote your product. Okay, compared to your competitors. People differentiation. Okay, so what different for customer than your competitors customer. Okay, the image differentiation, so what kind of image you have for your services or your product compared to your competitors. Differentiation and positioning. Okay, further on, okay, choosing the right competitive advantages. Difference to promote should be important. Okay, how important your product compared to your competitors. Distinctive. Okay, how special is your product, how superior is your product, how your product can communicable to your, okay, communicate to your customer. Okay, preemptive actually make it a layman term is like you have this anticipating. Okay, how your consumer have this anticipating and expecting your product more than, okay, as a priority. Okay, so for example, if you like in the newspaper in the past, when the launch of iPhone, then people start to queue up to chase for it and to want to be the first one to, okay, want to be the priority to get the iPhone, the latest model of the iPhone. So they queue out and line up, and then the newspaper publish for that. Okay, so this is the positioning the iPhone they have successfully created, so to make people to have this preemptive kind of uh, mindset. Okay, so this preemptive like I buy, okay, buy the product first before other people get the product, something like that. Okay, so just like some of the developer, they successfully launch a project, and then the buyers start to queue up at the showroom there. Okay, before they start the launching. Okay, that means they are very successful. Everyone is looking forward to purchase the house for the certain housing project. Okay, so the developer successfully to positioning their brand, okay, their product to be so attractive to the customer. And affordable. Okay, how affordable is your product or the service you provided, or how profitable is it? Okay, so this one is uh, how the difference to promote. Okay, then the further on, okay, selecting an overall positioning strategy. Okay, value proposition is the full mix of benefits upon which a brand is positioned. Okay, full mix of the benefits. Okay, what you can mix with the benefits, what's the value that you can offer to the customer. Okay, so the brand is a position, and then when you see the brand, then you can sense that, you can feel that, you can understand the value you receive from the product. Okay, so this is the value proposition when you putting a right positioning strategy for certain product. Okay, so the value proposition flow charts. Okay, so you can look at this flow charts. It's quite straightforward. Okay, so the left side is product, the right side is the customer. Okay, right side is the customer. So the product, what's the benefit of product, experience of the product, you use the product, what's the experience you have, and the features of product. And then customer, at the right side, the customer is, they have these wants. Okay, they have this desire, okay, to own the product. And then what is the needs? Okay, what's the hidden needs? Okay, what's the things inside their heart, okay, their desire of. Okay, so what's the drive that to drive their needs to make the decision to buy. And then what's the fear inside the customer. Okay, so if they buy a product, they switch from the switch 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 to buy a product. Okay, so any fear they feel, they have the inside their hearts, maybe your product is a new product, okay, they never used before. So this is a thing we need to consider lah, for the customer side. Okay, so from here you can see the value proposition flow chart to understand what kind of value of the product you want to create. Okay, so to attract the customer uh, to purchase your product. Okay, differentiation positioning. Okay, developing a positioning statement. So for company or for firm, okay, so you need to develop a positioning statement. Okay, so here for example, to target segment and need, our brand is concept that point of difference. Okay, so like so you can use this sentence, you can create, okay, a, positioning statement. So maybe okay, be to young people, uh, our our something like iPhone brand. Okay, for example, our iPhone brand is, okay, is the most advanced, okay, that, okay, make a difference from the rest of the brand. Okay, so for example like that. Okay, so it's always uh, be advanced in the technology. Just for example, this is a positioning statement that to create, to give the impression and the the impression and the feelings towards your brand. Okay, your brand that created for your product or services. Okay, the last slide. Okay, communication and delivering the chosen position. So choosing the position is always easier than implementing the position. Okay, so when positioning already, then the next step actually is to to go for implementing, okay, the position. Okay, implementing and carry out the promotion of the publication or propaganda, okay, to promote the position in the marketplace. So everyone, for example, some of you, uh, you know that in Malaysia actually they are still don't have any major brand in the real estate agency. Okay, like for me last time I work in the Australia, okay, for 1 year like that during my study as a real estate agent. So in Australia is very common that they have this international brand. Okay, so it's something like 7-Eleven. Okay, it's something like McDonald's, something like that. They have a big brand. Like last time we study in Australia, they have this like Century 21. Okay, Century 21, or maybe Ray Wine, something like that, a big brand. So every taman, every suburb, you see this brand. So you'll feel like, wow, this is a big company. This is a very big agency, because almost every suburb in Australia you can find this brand. Okay, this branding of the real estate agency. So I think that's if in the future maybe you want to set up a real estate agency, then I will encourage everyone to positioning your brand. Okay, the brand of a real estate agency. Okay, so when you're positioning the real estate agency, people have a perception about this brand is a big firm and it's a reliable firm. So this will be good. Okay, it's for the long term, the image for the firm and the expansion for the company, or it's good for the expansion for the company lah. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, so it's all about the positioning of the product or services. Okay, thank you.